The Book of Jubilees, chapter 35. And in the first year of the first week of the 45th Jubilee, Rebekah called Jacob her son and commanded him regarding his father and regarding his brother, that he should honor them all the days of his life. And Jacob said, I will do everything as thou hast commanded me, for this thing will be honor and greatness to me, and righteousness before I am, that I shall honor them. And thou too, mother, knowest from the time I was born until this day all my deeds and all that is in my heart, that I always think good concerning all. And how should I not do this thing which thou hast commanded me, that I should honor my father and my brother? Tell me, mother, what perversity hast thou seen in me? And I shall turn away from it, and mercy will be upon me. And she said unto him, My son, I have not seen in thee all my days any perverse, but only upright deeds. And yet I shall tell thee the truth, my son. I shall die this year, and I shall not survive this year in my life. For I have seen in a dream the day of my death, that I should not live beyond 155 years. And behold, I have completed all the days of my life which I am to live. And Jacob laughed at the words of his mother, because his mother had said unto him that she should die, and she was sitting opposite to him in possession of her strength, and she was not infirm in her strength. For she went in and out and saw, and her teeth were strong. And no ailment had touched her all the days of her life. And Jacob said unto her, Blessed am I, mother, in my days approach the days of thy life, and my strength remain with me, thus as thy strength. And thou wilt not die, for thou art jesting idly with me regarding thy death. And she went in to Isaac and said unto him, One petition I make unto thee, make Esau swear that he will not injure Jacob, nor pursue him with enmity. For thou knowest Esau's thoughts, that they are perverse from his youth, and there is no goodness in him. For he desires after thy death to kill him. And thou knowest all that he has done since the day Jacob his brother went to Haran until this day, how he has forsaken us with his whole heart, and has done evil to us. Thy flocks he has taken to himself, and carried off all thy possession from before thy face. And when we implored and besought him for what was our own, he did as a man who take pity on us. And he is bitter against thee, because thou didst bless Jacob thy perfect and upright son. For there is no evil, but only goodness in him. And since he came from Haran unto this day, he has not robbed us of aught. For he brings us everything in its season always, and rejoices with all his heart when we take at his hands. And he blesses us, and has not parted from us since he came from Haran unto this day. And he remains with us continually at home, honoring us. And Isaac said unto her, I too know and see the deeds of Jacob, who is with us, how that with all his heart he honors us. But I loved Esau formerly more than Jacob, because he was the firstborn. But now I love Jacob more than Esau, for he has done manifold evil deeds, and there is no righteousness in him. For all his ways are unrighteousness and violence, and there is no righteousness around him. And now my heart is troubled because of all his deeds, and neither he nor his seed is to be saved. For they are those who will be destroyed from the earth, and who will be rooted out from under heaven. For he has forsaken the most high power of Abraham, and gone after his wives, and after their uncleanness, and after their error, he and his children. And thou dost bid me make him swear that he will not slay Jacob his brother, even if he swear he will not abide by his oath, and he will not do good, but evil only. But if he desires to slay Jacob his brother, into Jacob's hands will he be given, and he will not escape from his hands, for he will descend into his hands. And fear thou not on account of Jacob, For the guardian of Jacob is great and powerful and honored and praised more than the guardian of Esau. And Rebekah sent and called Esau, and he came to her, and she said unto him, I have a petition, my son, to make unto thee, and do thou promise to do it, my son. And he said, I will do everything that thou sayest unto me, and I will not refuse thy petition. And she said unto him, I ask you that the day I die, thou wilt take me in and bury me near Sarah, thy father's mother, and that thou and Jacob will love each other, and that neither will desire evil against the other, but mutual love only, and so ye will prosper, my sons, and be honored in the midst of the land. And no enemy will rejoice over you, and ye will be a blessing and a mercy in the eyes of all those that love you. And he said,
I will do all that thou hast told me, and I shall bury thee on the day thou diest near Sarah, my father's mother, and thou hast desired that her bones may be near thy bones. And Jacob my brother also I shall love above all flesh, for I have not a brother in all the earth but him only. And this is no great merit for me, if I love him, for he is my brother, and we were sworn together in thy body, and together came we forth from thy womb. And if I do not love my brother, whom shall I love? And I myself beg thee to exhort Jacob concerning me and concerning my sons, for I know that he will assuredly be king over me and my sons. For on the day my father blessed him, he made him the higher and me the lower. And I swear unto thee that I shall love him and not desire evil against him all the days of my life, but good only.
And he sware unto her regarding all this matter. And she called Jacob before the eyes of Esau, and gave him commandment according to the words which she had spoken to Esau. And he said, I shall do thy pleasure. Believe me that no evil will proceed from me or from my sons against Esau, and I shall be first in naught save in love only. And they eat and drank, she and her sons, that night, and she died 3 jubilees and 1 week and 1 year old on that night. And her 2 sons, Esau and Jacob, buried her in the double cave near Sarah, their father's mother. Now this chapter was so beautiful because it proved 2 things that the Bible really didn't go over. The first thing was the fact that Isaac admitted that even though he loved Esau more than Jacob, it was mainly because it was his firstborn son. You know what I'm saying? And that was traditional. So that was the main reason that Isaac loved Esau more than Jacob, was basically only because it was his firstborn son. You know what I'm saying? And fathers, they take, real jealousy and take it to heart, especially they firstborn, like they firstborn male child. Like, bro, my dad said he felt so good when I was born, like just for me to be the firstborn. You know what I'm saying? Like he never had that before, and to finally have it is a beautiful thing for a man. But yeah, the Bible doesn't really explain Isaac, admitting, the reasons why. But let's go back to verse 13. It says, And Isaac said unto her, I too know and see the deeds of Jacob, who is with us, how that with all his heart he honors us. But I loved, and key word loved with an ed, that's past tense. But I loved Esau formerly, again, key word formerly, more than Jacob, because he was the firstborn. But now I love Jacob more than Esau, for he has done manifold evil deeds, and there is no righteousness in him, for all his ways are unrighteousness and violence, and there is no righteousness around him. So basically, Isaac was admitting right there the main reason why he loved Esau but loved Ed But now he loves Jacob more than Esau because he sees the righteousness in Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Because Isaac is a righteous man himself, because he comes from Abraham, which was a righteous man also. And secondly, I think this was a powerful chapter because it shows, because you got to understand, Rebekah was favored in the Most High's eyes too. And Rebekah was Isaac's wife. So basically, he loved Rebekah just as much as he loved Isaac. So basically, anything Rebekah says, it must go, including a couple chapters ago when Rebekah told Jacob to promise her to never take any wives other than Israelites. You know what I'm saying? Other than your kind, basically, is what she was saying. So she was saying, don't marry outside of your race. And she wanted him to promise that. So basically, it's a good thing or a good deed in the sight of the Most High to marry within your own race. You know what I'm saying? Due to the fact that our foremother, Rebekah, honored that and told Jacob to do that. And that if he did, he would be blessed. And the second thing that she was real passionate and strong about was the fact that she didn't want Esau to injure or harm Jacob. So again, Rebekah was favored in the eyes of the Most High, so whatever she said has to go. So she told Esau, she specifically told Esau, don't harm your brother Jacob. You know what I'm saying? And again, Rebekah was a honored sister in the eyes of the Most High, so whatever she said goes. And what has Esau been doing to Jacob for the past millennia, if not longer? I mean, look in the news, look in history. Putting foots on Jacob's neck. You know what I'm saying? Putting bondage on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Chains and whips on Jacob. You know what I'm saying? Forcing Jacob to get on slave ships and go across country, go across the world, basically. I mean, just straight dishonorable after dishonorable act. And you think these dishonorable acts that Esau is breaking from the promise that Rebekah told him to promise her is not going unpunished? Oh, you must got another thing coming. You know what I'm saying? Because the Most High is not playing, bro. Especially in these last days. The Most High is not playing with the righteous that's trying their hardest to follow his law, statutes, and commandments. He's just not playing no more. It's no more time to play. Playtime is over. With all that being said, all praise to the power of the Son of Man, Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob, Father, I am that I am, and his only begotten Son, the Son of Man, to finally come and save those small portion, that remnant, that small remnant, here a little, there a little, of the house of Israel, trying their hardest to keep the Father's law, statutes, and commandments to the best of their abilities, that's still trying to keep the Sabbaths, the high holy days, all these important days. All praise. Shalom. Keep your head up, Israel.